Well, I've kind of talked about this before, but my ability to upload has always been very precarious. You know, the method I do it is a real roundabout way, which constantly has to change as they kind of try to circumvent what I'm doing. And I run into that again. You know, like for a couple of weeks there, I didn't put up many videos. And it wasn't because of that. You know, that had nothing to do with it. I thought that my system was still intact. But during that time, my Android phone did a system update. And this has kind of screwed me up. So now I have to come up with a new workaround. And I can still, at the moment, I'm able to do it, but it's a little more difficult. But like I say, I'm working around it. It has to do with what my Android phone will read as far as file formats. Because I use the phone to upload, but I don't do videos with the phone. I do videos with, I've got a couple of these Nikon cameras, which I use. And I really like. But the problem is now, the Nikon cameras, the file format they use is a QuickTime. Now, it used to be my Android phone, I could shuffle, I couldn't actually read the QuickTime files, but I could shuffle them through the phone. And they would upload to YouTube that way, you know, and I could do it. Like I said, the phone couldn't read them, it couldn't play them, but it would take the file and upload it. And then, of course, YouTube could convert it and use it. Well, now I have to actually monkey around and do a conversion to an MPEG format before I can upload them. So it's a little more difficult, and I can't actually do it through USB cables. I have to take my phone apart and pull out the micro SD card and transfer the file that way. It gets to be a little bit of a headache. Particularly for me now, like when I have to convert those files to an MPEG format, you know, first it has to be converted from the QuickTime format, has to be converted to an AVI file, then converted back to MPEG. Well, this takes a while, and it has to run in my laptop for longer than I'd like it to do, because if I run my laptop down, you know, I don't have power, so I can't recharge the battery, so I try not to do that any more than I have to. Like this, I know now, to do this video, it's going to screw up my laptop. I'm going to have to go and plug it in someplace. You know, I used to do this when I go to work, then I plug it in, but now I don't have to go to work today, so, you know, well, I'm going to run the laptop down, and I hate to do that. But, like I say, I'm still able to upload them, but it kind of cramps my style a little bit. But my only other option would be, well, I could probably, if I actually went to a different phone, to an iPhone, maybe it would work. I could, because then the iPhone would read the QuickTime format. I don't know. It's just the thing. Google, and they're wanting to change crap all the time, because they actually have Android, and a lot of times people like to have proprietary file formats. You know, QuickTime is actually an Apple deal, and so I think Google got it into their head that they don't want, you know, Apple formats on there. You know, it's a constant catch up. You know, I try to stay ahead of them all the time. So that's what I'm ended up doing now. I'm actually, this is the camera I normally use because it's got a quick attach to my tripod. I'm using my other camera that I have to screw onto the tripod, because I'm thinking, that one might work. There's a slight difference in them, and we'll see if it'll read this. But it's a deal to do with my phone, really, is the basic problem, that Google did an upgrade to the Android operating system, and this new operating system refuses to read through the USB cable. So I have to work around it. You know, they're really trying to get you to use the cloud, you know, upload to the cloud and then download the, you know, and all this nonsense. But I'll work around it. I mean, I can do it this hard way but it's awkward, and it's going to kind of hamper me a little bit. But, you know, the other option would be to get a camera that it'll read those files, but I really like these cameras, you know, so it's a deal. Anyway, I was going to show you this is something. Oh, I'll have to say, there was an unexpected funny deal from the instance of me not uploading videos much at all last month. Because of that, I actually made more money on the AdSense than I ever have in any other month last month. Because when I didn't upload new videos, people went back and watched the old videos. So I was quite surprised to see that I made, you know, like double of what I normally do in a month by not uploading videos. Man, it's a weird deal. Anyway, this is a Breadbox. Old Breadbox that I picked up in a thrift store. Kind of funny. You know, it's a little dinged up. It's, you know, like a tin. But it's missing. There's a little latch deal here that you could actually put a lock through, though I don't know why you'd be wanting to lock your bread up. But it's that lithograph on the outside. I can't quite get a handle on this. I've only seen one other one similar to this, and that was the same picture, but it was painted red. This one is painted blue. But I thought this would be actually a very cool Breadbox. You know, it would look very good sitting on the shelf. But the age of the thing is a puzzler to me. I have a suspicion it's one of them things that you, like some kind of biscuits came in this box. You bought the box, and then a benefit of it is that you have a new Breadbox. It's much like the old tin log cabin syrup cans that the syrup came in were made to be converted to use as a bank. Or like my dried beef that I get, the glass jars are made to be used as drinking glasses. You know, they used to do a lot of that thing where when you bought something, the container had a great deal of function after you were done with whatever product was in it. You know, and I suspect that's what this is. But, you know, just from the design, I'm pretty sure it was a deal. You know, the packaging was designed to be used later. It was a benefit to the purchase of the item. But I'm going to have to, you know, like I said, I've seen one other picture of one that was a red one. That, you know, they're very old. You know, they're kind of interesting. It's like one long hinge, but a kind of a rolled edge. And then the handles. They're not really solidly constructed, but as a shipping container that could then be used, I suspect that's what it was. But I thought that would look just very functional. And it would keep a rodent out of it. But like I say, I have a little difficulty with the uploading. I'm going to have to reinvent a way of getting around that again. But Google keeps you on my toes. You know, I used to do a lot of this playing with computers and stuff, but I kind of lost interest in it. But Google, and they're constantly tormenting me with updates, makes me keep up on this crap, even though I don't really care to.